Vertigo on deck, or should we say on building? Because that's where we are, on the 53rd floor. Ready to get into some fun. I don't think it's the 53rd floor anymore. I don't remember which floor it is. 51st floor.
Yes.
All right. Counting is hard, folks. Never do it. Swisher gets deleted by Dalmatian. All right. Nithon is feeling a little houndy in this one.
Oh, man.
But he needs to get an opening pick, as he is going to catch scent of that one. Bones peeked back in. It's heavy presence ramp. paiN are making no bones about this. They're not really being subtle about it. They are just going to take A. You can try and stop them. Bowden will be able to do so. He puts the dog down, shall we say. Old Yellers, old Nithon. That Dalmatian won't be having its spots. Calm, Cruella, DeVille. They're looking for more now. It's getting messy. It's all a brawl on the site, but MOTM this time comes out swinging, and there's Mistim as well to put it all into Bigu. He's not got the health, but it's going to be headshots anyway, so it will be full HP as MOTM puts one right between the eyes.
There we go. ATK with the right read had every single player rotated around towards that A site, and honestly, paiN almost punched through it, but ATK managed to get their ducks in a row at the right moment, hit their shots, and they have a 1-0 lead, which they have to be thrilled to walk out of that pistol round with, especially considering the way Inferno went. It's good to get off on the right foot. MOTM going to get an incendiary ready to be primed, and or should say primed and ready to be thrown. And he decides to throw the smoke instead to guys off the vision here for paiN, who did not get the bomb plant and will not force up here. The only P250 bot up in the round, and unless my eyes deceive me, Mike, a Zeus for Hardzao.
A Zeus, you say?
Yes, that's the difference.
Usually, Nekis is the guy who likes to sport a little Zeus here. That's
yeah.
Let's see who's Zeusing. PKL's on the flank. It would kind of make sense for him to have it, but he doesn't. Instead, it seems like they're going to wait for some sort of a tip-off or some sort of a count on the clock and then just try and take the B steps. And to be fair, well, as I say that, there's actually a lot of presence there. It's a fake. It's just a fake, John. They pulled the rotators. They pulled 3, but here comes the aggression in towards Forklift, and Mistim is just going to chew them up and spit them out. So much damage done, though he has fallen. There's another teammate here, and Switcher should be able to mop these players on up. They're going for the Zeus. They're going for the Zeus. The pistol probably would have found him. He's so low. And Ekis will realize that now. I like the commitment to the bit there from Hardzao, but it is going to be a relatively comfortable round here for ATK.
I mean, if he goes with the pistol, definitely gets that frag, but would it make a difference in the round? Probably not, but I would have liked to see it anyway. But I get it. You know, you got the Zeus, you want to try and be flashy and make something happen. You just won 16-3 on Inferno, why not? But they are down 2-0 here. Back to their AKs across the board. Position. This time throws the Molotov immediately, and Hardzao spots out the position, wall banks him to his demise, and that opens up quite a bit of space towards B. It is closed here, but on the other end, it's Nithon finding Swisher, and now Mistim has to be very wary of this peak. He cannot go around too haphazardly, because if he does, then the A site will be given away for free. paiN's going to fall off of this. I do like this decision. But Fady's waiting. B-Stairs could do a lot of damage. There's one. Only when he pulls the util, Mike. Oh, no. Hardzao's going to take him down.
That was a bit of a misplay. That hurts for Fade. He didn't get a chance to fight the second. And here's going to be punished onto Bowden. Missed him at this point. Should be saving this M4, but he's going to try and go through, and he will lose his life instantaneously. The guns come out, and paiN move up one round. A massacre in that one. No survivors as well means that it's going to have to be a purchase probably for ATK, because it's a double eco for Mistim and Swisher. They don't got the capital. They don't got the cash. No, they're just going to take the USPs and I guess deal with a meteor buy in the next.
Yeah, I mean, at least Mistim and Swisher can probably get MP9s the next round. Either way, look, that was a very tough play for Fade. You can't pull out the utility in that situation. You just have to go for the fights. It was a weird call, especially considering you probably spotted a player. Anyway, this round is...
Panic happens.
It had to have been panic, yeah. It's just... Anyway, unfortunate.
Hardzao, edge of the smoke. Is Bowden going to spot it? I think you may have seen it. I don't know that it's going to matter much. But yes, it will indeed. Okay. Bowden finds that through the smoke. Hardzao completely unable to see him. Might have been just a little bit of a cheeky one way. Either way, it works out nicely. Problem is, Nick is actually all the way through mid and sitting, waiting for them to come back around. So Bowden's game is now,
Sim's
can
gonna
I
stay
hide this
here.
AK?
Oh, he can be seen, can't he?
Yeah, if Big is looking for it. It's just the slimmest sliver of CT. If he gets close, I don't. Maybe the backpack can be spotted right now. Tricky to figure out with the X-ray on. Now you can.
Yeah, now
Actually got the
definitely.
dink too. All right, not bad. Bowden, can you keep this rifle? This would actually be huge for them because we talked about it. It was a double eco that they chose not to go for. So, one AK would be a godsend.
Yeah, Bowden's just gonna lurk around here. Hope that no one on paiN spots him out, but there is a bit of a hunt here. Neck is close by. Does Bowden expect it? He does. Headshot found. The thing is, his position is given away. They know he has the AK. Money's not great on the paiN side, but I think they're going to chase, and they are. PKL, Bowden's next victim. He's got a 3K. Could even find the ace if paiN decides to continue chasing, but they won't. Big is down at 24, Nathan at 12, 36 HP combined. Yeah, they're going to fall back and keep these AKs up and running. Good job by Bowden to save it, though. As you mentioned, was an eco round for ATK.
And also, honestly, the 2 extra kills might actually make a difference in this round if he's trying to drop for teammates. Right? Puts that AK over to missed him, and that's going to be the AWP up with armor and pretty good utility, too. So that extra $600 goes a long way in this one. It's actually very significant. Not often you see that. Swisher will be on at the MP9, but he's the only one who's limited weapon-wise. So well played from Bowden. Gives his team a real chance into this round.
I think he's been a bright spot tonight.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, how does Fady win that fight? What was that? Well, however Fady pulls that off, a little bit of ladder tech, something. He was spotted, his backpack was seen, thought he was dead to rights for sure, but somehow Fady pulls that off. And here we go.
You can't overlook that.
I mean, he saw him. No idea how he didn't get the kill, but either way, nice little play from Fade. Big find, and he goes back down. That's a little bit bold, but Swisher has gotten a kill elsewhere to keep the man advantage in favor of ATK. I like that Fade's just like, yeah, it worked the first time. Let's do it again.
Try again, yeah. Not to be that time, though. 50 seconds left. paiN are going to have to get a move on here. Both sites are pretty well defended. They're going to have to take a fight here, and they do. PKL finds Bowden towards the back halls. Missed him waiting out in the open here, quite exposed, and then gets punished for it. PKL is second. That is the A site tech, and do they expect a Swisher around the corner? Well, now they do, because he just spammed through the smoke. So, bomb locked on. Nithon can't hit the shot. Swisher survives. Reinforcements, will they eventually come through, or are they just going to call for the save?
No, MOTM's working his way up the ramp. Someone's got to be watching for this, right? No, MOTM gonna take the first. That's so's Discord, but Hardzao and MOTM are dealt with. No problem there for paiN as they slide into the lead. That was a man advantage situation for ATK, right? That was a 4v3.
Yes.
That fell apart for them. What a shame for ATK.
I just think the way they were playing on an A, right, with a player out in the open guarding ramp and then Bowden at back halls, once your back halls players goes down, you're in a really tough spot. You either decide to hold it and hope that a player comes up ramp, or you're dead to rights. And, well, it was dead to rights.
Dead to rights indeed. Hardzao with an opener. Not much to show for it in this round for ATK. We'll see if something does get spicy, but in the meantime, paiN Gaming slamming into cruise control here. And indeed it is. So now that early momentum you had off of the pistol round is gone. Evaporated. Up in smoke. paiN are building cash. Hardzao's up above 9K already. And with 4 rounds in a row, starting to feel comfortable again. Like it's Inferno all over again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a chance for ATK to make some noise and show us that it's not Inferno all over again. Perhaps Bowden will be the one to deliver that blow. He has been, as mentioned, a player to keep an eye out for throughout the night in those few moments that ATK have shown. 1:36 on the clock, and there he is. Nithon goes down in the Op v Op duel. So 5v for early on.
All right,
And
bowden.
the second and the third! bowden is popping off here!
Giving him the fights, and he is delivering. MOTM will lock Hardzao out of this B site. And here, it's all going to be on to PKL. Man on a mission. Minute 10 on the clock. Still plenty of time to work with. Controlling towards mid. Economic damage would be huge. Every kill he gets is precious. bowden's looking. bowden's dead. That's an op gone. PKL just tucks that off. No, doesn't have time. Missed him, will shut him down. Can an AWP be retrieved? It can indeed for MOTM. So no big economic blow here.
Wow, I called upon him and he delivers. bowden with the 3K to completely split the round open in favor of ATK, and that's a third round secured for them. So paiN Gaming, we'll see what they'll strike back with. It's going to be AKs across the board, Nithon with the op once more, and it's pretty much full on buy. This time bowden gets deleted by Nithon, so Nithon gets his revenge, and paiN Gaming have the man advantage early on. They're going to push up here. They're not waiting. Two players heading into scaffolding. PKL could spot out Mistim here around the edge of the smoke, and he absolutely does. Swisher's right there for the 2K trade, though. Wow, evens it up in a 3v3, and ATK have him to thank that this round is not completely over already.
No. And with feiDi following it up, now it's massively in their control. It's going to be Hardzao and Nithon. We've seen these rounds get away from ATK before. It'll be about MTM here. He's isolated. His closest teammates in towards mid. Smoke's still up for the moment. But how do they want to approach this? feiDi's floating over, so this should be a decent setup for ATK. The boost up towards the danger panel. Let's see if they can play Pop Ghost the Weasel here. They've gotten over. MOTM, did he see Hardzao? Definitely saw something. Now they're coming in. They're committing to it. The rotation is here, but don't expect MOTM to stuck around. Hardzao! Oh, he's got himself a 1v1.
No!
And why does Swisher go into the fight? Had time on his side, but wanted to press the issue. And Hardzao was ready for the pressure. You bring it to him. He is going to deliver 5 rounds on the board. All right, so to be fair to Swisher, he probably assumes Hardzao's trying to take advantage of that gap to try and get back towards the palm. So if you're going to catch him out, if you're going to get that maneuvering, that might be your best moment when the chaos is in. But Hardzao is just so prepared, so ready for the fight to be coming his way, and he is good right now.
Yeah, I think he got the audio cue as well and realized that Swisher's around the corner.
That's bold.
Yeah, very bold.
All right.
Just charging down the ramp there, trying to get something, and nothing doing. 5v4 in favor of him, but yeah, that was just a fantastic play from Hardzao. First, he slips through the cracks, right, and doesn't get spotted by the player on the site proper, and manages to get a frag while his teammate is engaging in a fight, and afterwards flicks around for the second. It's just such a great sequence from Hardzao, and you already broke down the 1v1 pretty well. So, paiN Gaming, 5 rounds, they strike back after ATK showed a lot of promise. bowden, the reason why they were able to get that third, but he was also the first casualty in that previous round. I hope so, because we've seen it not done a lot.
Oh, PKL's just going past. Who cares about cement? Who cares? Did Swisher check it? Oh, he's not checked it.
He doesn't. Oh, he saw the rifle.
See him. He didn't see him. He didn't. Did he?
I think he
saw the rifle. Coming back to clear it now. He's going to get PKL, so it does actually work out in favor of Swisher somehow, some way. Despite that looking so very dangerous, that comes back to his favor. AWP wants to fight into the cement, but that's a bold fight to take. Now an advantage back available for ATK. Let's see if paiN Gaming failed themselves out of this one. TM. Kill found. It's all falling apart. It's all on the Biguzera. He's the lone man surviving, and he can do no more.
Wow.
That could have been disastrous. If PKL even just presses in towards spawn, no one would have had any idea.
Yeah, I think what happened was Swisher peeked around the corner and PKL quickly flicked around to try and make sure no one was flanking him from CT. And as he does, the butt of his rifle was showing, which is what gave Swisher the instinct to go around that corner and take him down. So nicely done from Swisher, even though it was, like you mentioned, exceptionally scary for a moment for ATK. But Swisher, not to mention, a 4K, the first 4K on the night for ATK.
Could use some more of those.
Definitely.
Certainly use some more of those. There's a spot on aggression out from Mistim once more. Last round he got immediately checked on it. This time he'll back away. No need to hand deliver an AK to those pistols. No need. Force buy here for paiN is bold. Got the rifle on knife. Oh, and he's going to put it to great effect.
That's so nice.
Nice little bit of boost work. Finds himself a pick on the Fady. And they don't have to react to this just yet. They've got a full minute. They've got time. Pressure coming in from the CTs, but this is bold.
Gosh.
Pushing on in. Swisher just chases, and he's got two. He's got two. He's done so much damage.
Such a good flash from Bowden. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I mean, they were fully blinded. Swisher had a ton of time to wide swing that, and he had 2 kills gifted to him. That said, the AK is still up, recovered by Bigu, and they're going to go back to where they found success early on in this round. That's the B site. Maybe try the boost again?
If at first it succeeds, do it again. Oh, this time not so much. Biggie's arrow dropped. Good damage on missed him, but MOTM's been chilling here behind his girder this entire time, and they have no idea. There's one. Don't even need to fight this. Missed him. That's a gun lost. Didn't need to go down, but either way, 3 alive. It's no harm, no foul, and ATK tie things up.
Alrighty. ATK hanging in there. A few scary moments, but overall, what you would expect against the anti-force by there. 5-5, all tied up. And paiN Gaming, given the fact that it did force up in that previous round, will not bring much of anything into this round. In fact, only a P250. That's it. The rest are going to be Glocks. MOTM tosses a nade. It chunks PKL down to 37 as all 5 paiN Gaming members looking to stack up here on the stairs, or almost all 5. One of them's lurking around, covering the flank, but eventually it'll be a 5-man push coming through here as the bomb gets picked up by Nithon. MOTM is going to be a key piece. Again, only Glocks. It can overload him and maybe lead to a bomb plant, but he's got the reinforcements as well, so it's going to be a very tough ask to get anything out of this round for paiN.
Stim might get overwhelmed here, but I mean, should be able to chew through a few of them before they come around. He's predicting the boost up. Let's see if he's right. paiN have enjoyed a cheeky boost or two. Oh, the timing. Uh-oh. Timing could be rough. Never mind, he's back on the angle. There's the spot. There's the kill eventually. And he's got a teammate to support as well, so he'll step away with a many a frag. It's clean for ATK.
Yeah, as you would expect there. I mean, what's really good for ATK is this doesn't look anything like Inferno. They've got off on the right foot. They recovered after stumbling a little bit and giving paiN that 5th round, making it 5-3. But since that point, they got 3 rounds in a row. They've settled into it. Maybe they can walk out of this half with the lead. We'll see what paiN brings forward here in this 12th round of play. They're going to have some 4 players heading towards the A site once more. Swisher tosses a Molotov. He's actually been very good here on Vertigo, excuse me. 11 and 7. Fady's going to help him out, dropping neck is. Now Swisher's going to spam this smoke. He expects someone to be there. That's
he's reloading.
Oh,
the flash is good. He's down for the count. That's a huge kill to find early on. PKL, is he just going to take the space? No. He sits on it. He sits on it. Doesn't chew up more ground. They're bringing in heavy reinforcements to clear the side hall. If PKL goes in here, he could be in for a world of hurt, but he's just chilling for now. They know that they're going to make ATK sweat. That Swisher going down early on adds a degree of pressure here, and look at how much focus from ATK is on this one spot. Now that they've set it up, they can float back in towards mid. I'm looking for them. paiN didn't expand into the space. What is that? Oh, and Bowden wanted the clear, wanted the info, and he gets destroyed. PKL does it all himself this round. The in-game leader mantling responsibility and just demolishing the site defenders.
Wow, it's just a game of peekaboo there. At least on the second one, just pops his up, says, hello, I got some bullets for you. Now he's got the 4th PKL on for the ace in the round, but I'm not sure he's going to get the opportunity unless he decides to chase here, Mike, because MOTM's backing off.
They just gave him back the rifle. Oh, there's the spot. Hardzau's done the damage. And now, I'm saying let him. It's PKL's call. He's the in-game leader. PKL, let you hunt. No, their equipment's too good. Their equipment's too good. It's worth saving through. Their money's not great, right? This is the respectable call coming through from PKL.
Yes.
Is it the fun one? Not so much.
Oh, man. He could have joined Nithon, Nekiz, and Bigu. having an ace over the last month, but instead, nada. Okay, no, but
Correct
honestly,
call.
it
Correct
is the
call.
right call. It is the right call, right? Unless you want to flex some stats here, that's the right call to make.
Yeah, I think paiN Gaming very much want to finish this 1-2, right? Know that they
Yes.
shouldn't drop Vertigo to ATK, so they're gonna make the right calls. They're not quite gonna let them
Of course.
get ahead of themselves.
But it's an ace, Mike.
It is an ace. They've already found 6 rounds here on the T side, which ain't bad for Vertigo. It is one of the more heavily CT-sided maps of the pool right now, actually.
Yeah, right now it's interesting how that happened, right? The
Yeah,
meta
it
shifted
shifted.
so significantly. It used to be T-sided in every way, but now not at all.
Teams figured out good utility to counter out the A site
Yeah.
take, or at least to retake onto A site, and it suddenly became much more heavily defensively sided.
Tis true.
Biguzera has been really quiet this game. 1-9 is not a scoreline you're used to seeing for the man.
No, in fact, never. He's been so good, night in and night out, map in and map out even. So it is a very uncharacteristically slow start for him. PKL and Hardzow are picking up the pieces at least, and that's the good thing about having such a talented roster is that if you do have an off map, there are people to help you out.
Certainly are. Fade's thinking about getting cheeky down this ladder. If he does, the man whose tag shows as Dalmatian in the server will be waiting for him. It's Nithon, of course. The Python could eat a Dalmatian.
Probably.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the size of the Python, but
That's or the puppy.
true.
Or dog.
True. Well, Dalmatians are not small.
Depends how old they are.
Okay, we're not talking about him eating a baby. Come on, man. You made it dark, John.
It's a python.
What I said before was just friendly banter. Now you made it dark. Hardzow eventually does get that kill. It is labored, though. It is labored. It is brutal, but they clear out the flank. That's important. Brings it into a 2v2, and they're still pressuring. Fady gets caught. My goodness, thought he was going to catch a player. Knife out. What is that from Nithon? A little bit of aerial acrobatics. The side just race for it, and they don't have the time. That's why. He wanted to try and grab the kill before the last seconds expired. No time for paiN. Means ATK slink away with a 7.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Time was taken away. Nithon's hoping that he can jump around and dodge some bullets midair, then land and go for a shot, but Bowden gave him no opportunity to plant both feet back on the ground, shooting in midair with the big green. So a very dicey round on both sides. Surprised paiN even made it a 2v1 towards the end, but it's ATK letting the clock run out and getting themselves a 7. So they retake the lead and keep it out of paiN's hands for at least a couple more rounds. Swisher, who has been a key piece here for ATK, waiting over at the A site. Fady gets the opening frag on Nekis, so that's a good start here for ATK. It does take a little bit of damage going down to 46, but he falls back to the B site to join his teammate. That is MOTM. Nithon going for the peek around the ramp, spots on the backpack, and he connects the leg. Oh! And Missed him, survives and finds the frag on him as well. Oh no!
Catastrophe here for paiN. Just a little bit further on the shot, and that's a kill. And then trying to chase it with the pistol, recognizing the opportunity was there, punished by missed him. Like his boost, that's going to net them another. Biguzera down for the count. It's basically over into this round. paiN Gaming, what can they even hope to do? This is reminiscent of the rounds on Inferno, where ATK would just pull the ripcord and save. But that is tricky to do on Vertigo.
I think they just go.
They're going to go. Nice flash. Nice clear. Flash didn't catch necessarily, but Fady did. Well, Hardzow will find one. This actually could be critical kills. The economy has stayed so brittle for ATK. At every gun lost. Kind of stinks. But they'll lose no more.
Whew, good lockdown there by Bowden. Hardzow goes down, and paiN Gaming are stifled completely as they try to get into that A site. I mean, look, unlucky for Nithon, right? Because he catches off the backpack and then connects with the leg instead of the body, and, well, that's the difference maker because missed him with 4 HP, manages to find the frag and still survive afterwards. So, ATK guarantee themselves a lead heading into the second half, but how big will it be? Only one round? And get the 7th, or can it be 3? It's quite a difference. paiN Gaming forcing up. They don't have much to buy into, of course, since it's only going to be an AK, a MAC-10, 2 Tech-9s, and a Deagle. Slight amount of utility. They have to be very wary of how they use it. And look at Nithon go. Swisher gets him through the smoke. I think he got the call up from Mistum, and, well, That's not the greatest of starts. Miston's going to push up here. He also takes control of the bottom of ramp, and paiN Gaming struggling now. Oof,
Nice shot from Biggie Zero, but that might just be one more shot in the dark here. It's not looking like there's much going to happen, but he will attempt. Would require the ace. He's going to catch Missed him. Getting a little bold, trying to get cheeky under the ladder. Here's your ladder tech. Here's your movement, but Swisher's got it. One tap's not good enough, as we'll be sent to the halftime break.
love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
And we're back here into the second half. A 3-round lead for ATK, but that's about a pretty normal split, honestly, for Vertigo. So we'll have to see if they can start off on the right foot here and perhaps send us to a third. As it is, though, it's going to be aggression in towards mid early on. A good setup here for paiN. They hit
Great
three
read.
players in, and ATK walked right into the trap. They put their foot on that one. They do get the kill out towards a ramp, though, and that might mean they're able to get towards a bomb point. That would be huge early on here. Swisher with the bomb needs to transition in towards the site, and there's util already to make us uncomfortable. Molly's on their own side, but they've got the bomb down. It was a little bit too late. The retake isn't. It's swift, it's brutal, and it's MOTM nearly bringing this back. He just needs one more. One more bullet, and PKL is low. MOTM, the one-man wrecking crew here with the P250, the raid boss by. He's nearly done it all. There is a kit here for PKL to retrieve. So time's less of an issue, but he needs the kill. There's no more smoke, so he's certainly going to have to do it. He needs to pull MOTM out. And MOTM is going to be good for it. The man of the match, indeed, in that one.
What a cheeky play, right? Being on top of the ramp instead of sliding down it. And it was the read was for him to be on the ramp itself. And well played. He gets the last frag. Not to mention the 2K that comes through before that just worked his way, wormed on through around the utility, around the boxes to get that 2K and ensure that ATK would stay alive in that. It was a 3v1 technically against MOTM that he managed to pull off. So 10th round, double digits found for ATK. They've got 3 Galils and 2 Mag 10s into this round, and paiN just on the eco. Nothing bought up except for a P250. Maybe it can do the work, and it does! PKL finds the opener on to miss them. That's a 5v4. Maybe the USPs are good for something too. They are. Hard Zao drops MOTM. That's a 4v3. They can't recover any of their rifles, unfortunately, which is the problem as bowden cleans out Hard Zao. Now the A site, B site's going to be taken here, and you also have a player pressuring up mid, so this is likely going to be ATK's round unless we see some nutty shots.
What?
And we got one! We got two, Mike!
It's all in PKL. How is it falling apart here? bowden does find the first. This time, though, a gun can be retrieved. It's just a Mac 10, but it is something. There's the spot. They know it's in the corner. The Mac 10 can swing. The Mac 10 can swing, and it's going to jumping through the air. PKL has done it. Oh, paiN upset the apple cart of ATK. The USPs enough. A P250, a cheeky kill on the edge of smoke. They play some brilliant setups, and ATK walk into it. They stumble at every turn, and that's going to be paiN snatching away. Not a force buy round, but just USPs, John.
And a P250, right? PKL with the P250 getting 2. Just insane, right?
Insane.
I can't believe only $300 invested into that round, and ATK had it. They had the position. They had everything going their way. A player pressuring down mid as well. They should have been able to close that up and bottle up paiN. Instead, it's the opposite. Just like you mentioned, that USP shot around the edge of the smoke. You know, for a moment, you have a millisecond to react to that, or a little more than that, obviously, but still, just a moment to hit that head, and they get it. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Well, ATK are going to get a couple 4-spot AKs up in this round. It's Deegs for bowden and MOTM. They recognize how rough of a round that was to lose, and they want to try and get back on track, but they're forcing the issue, and this could be problematic if it doesn't work out.
Mike,
now, for paiN, the money is good.
I would argue a timeout should have been called after that for ATK. Like,
Perhaps.
just to settle things down.
Definitely going to be feeling some kind of way. Pressure up the B steps. PKL is here. PKL's ready for it, and that's the peek over. It's so good. No chance for a response there. One of the rifles down early. Probably retrievable. And indeed, Missum's going to go looking for that gun. But he's not found it yet. And indeed, it is grabbed. Problem is, what's he going to do with it? Trying to get cheeky, trying to pull something. Even nothing. paiN settled back into this very set defense. They've got the pick. They know they've got the opener. They don't need to get cheeky. They don't need to get weird with it. Just play comfy. And that's a little bit bold, perhaps. Another player goes down. They go for the aggression, and they are punished for it. Health's not great from the ATK side, but now they've got upgraded weapons. They can bully on in. They've got these rifles close at hand, and that's a huge kill to flying. That drops the bomb. That drops it out in the open. That drops it ahead of the site. And someone's going to need to go hero mode, and it'll have to be MOTM. Last survivor here, just a eagle, 25 seconds, and not even a chance to spot his opponent before he's peppered down.
Wow, ATK almost returning the favor there to paiN on their force buy, but they fell short at the very end, and paiN do not miss a beat, holding on to A. So, 8th round secured, and to be quite frank, Mike, ATK, it feels like that round they lost was an opportunity to win here that could have slipped away. Look, we're not there yet, but to me it feels like momentum has decidedly shifted in paiN's favor. Nithon's going to get one, Neck is another. It's just Glocks, and, well, the result is as
Almost
expected.
looked like a TK.
Yeah, it did, but MOTM's the one to find the frag.
Oh. No mercy from Nithon. Nice nade from PKL. Snatches MOTM and takes Bodenmeister down to half. He's the master of nothing in this one. As paiN are now just 1 round away from tying this up. And if the buy comes in here, it's not going to be great from ATK. There will be some limitations. You can see Mistim's already gone to the Galil to make sure you can get util up. And this is that awful situation where without the bomb plants, you're just always just that little bit light in your pockets as you try and get your strats ready.
You're absolutely right. You need that money to rack up a bit, and you also need to find frags. Instead of that happening, Hardzao and Bigu get a couple. Neck is going to look for some action on the A ramp, sends Nithon up. He could get caught up by MOTM, but no! Nithon's wise to it. Hard clears the corner, and MOTM is done. Hits the dirt. Only 25 seconds have expired in this round, and it's already a 2-man advantage in favor of paiN.
That's the shutdown. The aggression from paiN out towards the B steps is beautiful. They win both, right? On the initial, there was a specific molly thrown, I think, to block smokes, but they were just ready for it. Nick is Cassius Fady creeping. Not a chance for that, man. That's all left to Boden. See if he can be the master here. No. Not at all. Evened up, complete shutdown in that one as well, and that's going to force an eco presumably out for ATK, and it's starting to feel reminiscent of their T side over on Inferno, where they're just getting shut down right off the rip, and they never really get a chance to get started.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning on Inferno. We didn't really get to see paiN's T side tested, which has been a bit of a struggle on that map, and perhaps even here on Vertigo a little bit. Certainly not as much, because they look good for the most part. They started to really play quite strongly. Here we go, though, on CT's side. paiN is pretty much flawless, aside from that one round that ATK took in the pistol round, thanks to a heroic effort from MOTM. Anyway, here it's all paiN once more. Hardzao casually gets a 3K on the eco, and Bigu drops Mistim. Another quick one, and they've got their first lead on the map.
Hardzao just brushing specks of dirt off his shoulders after pulling that one off. Nothing. Slapping that in the montage. What do you think Hardzao is for a montage? I'm thinking I think he's a metal guy. I'm gonna go with metal.
Your guess is as good as mine. I'll take metal as well.
Well, that's no fun, John.
I mean, I don't know.
All right. Oh, Fady, an opener there. Big Uzera's hearing the sound of silence right now because he's out of this one. Let's see. I think they can find a recovery here. Putting picks for ATK are a precious commodity. They need to capitalize.
Yeah, there's another bit of bad news for ATK, and that's paiN like CT side more on this map, as most teams do. 52.34% of their round wins come here.
That's not that much.
Defensive end. Well, I mean, look, it's not a crazy amount, but certainly favorable.
It's actually much closer than I would have expected.
Yeah.
But that might also just speak to them having very strong T sides, right? Considering the fact that they're often picking into this, so they presumably start T more often than not. And I thought
that's right.
Just checking his angles, knowing where they've got to stand, and finding a freebie as a result. He's going to go aggressive. This could be rough. Wants to stick here for the smoke faded. They're boosted up! They're boosted up! Nithon's found one. He doesn't even have to get the next. He knows he's done damage. He can just back away. He's got that info. 35 seconds. They don't have any time. Fadi's going to get caught in mid here, and indeed he does. It's all
They might
falling
save.
apart for ATK. They had the advantage in this one. They had the initial pick. They had the 5v4, and from there on out, nothing. Oh, let's see if they can. 22 seconds. They're still going to risk it. Swisher's going to try and work his way in towards site, but there's a player sitting cement. He has no idea. Freebie for Nekis. So comfortable in the spot. And a Molotov just to make sure his spot's secure as baiN will attempt to flee into a save, but it's a save. He's going to be caught, and no gun for you. At least it's not a clock. But hey, that's paiN dominating once more.
Swisher, of all people, man, you were the guy waiting at cement and you were overlooked previously. You got to clear that.
They didn't think he'd slip back, right? Because Nekis was
Right.
waiting there that whole time, but Nithon had been aggressive up ramp, so they assumed that
Yep,
cement would be clear. But that's the
Yep.
power of that position. You don't
It
want to
really
be there
is.
when they expect it. You want to be there when they're panicking, when they're trying to figure out, when they don't have the margins to spend time clearing it.
Yeah, and speaking of Nithon, Nithon's great aggressive push, but yeah, Hard Zao is going to get MOTM. ATK is trying to slip on his side, and they
There we
have.
go.
Swisher
No.
gets one, but he is traded out. Yeah, it's Bigu who's right here to answer, and there are a couple more players closing in on him. He does get a second, and then the Molotov of PKL will take down Miss him, so no harm, no foul, as Nithon gets the last one. 13-10 for paiN.
But he's there limping away with 1 HP out of that one. But hey, it's all the same for him. He's caught up, by the way. Still not having a monstrous performance as we might expect, but 14 and 15 from having had a very quiet first half is extremely respectable.
He was 1-9. That
At
means
one
he's been
point, yeah.
14-6 since that point.
Yeah, so, well,
Or 13-6, excuse me.
we'll allow it. We'll allow it. Nicely done here from Big Zera. Pressure up the A ramp early on. MOTM trying to take that fight over by the scaffolding, and Nekis doesn't want to give it to him. Doesn't want to give him something. Is he going to spot the slip around? MOTM's got the space. Nekis doesn't know. Fadi's been lost elsewhere, but this could be a huge spot. MOTM, is he going to get a freebie? He does indeed. Now he sectioned it. The comms come through. PKL's like, what the heck, man? How did that happen? He gets it cleaned up. Corrects his mistake. Corrects his blunder, but they're continuing to pressure around the crane. Ain't going to be ready for it. The boost up. The tag is there, but that's missed them with the trades to bring it into the 2v2. They're getting the bomb on towards site. This time they got plenty of time. And that bomb's going down, so it's going to be about the post plant. A Molotov to slow this up even. And then not got the flank, so it's all coming from this way. Hard Zao, Bigu Zero, working together. Trying to find their way back onto the site. Meanwhile, DK's playing the buddy system as well. Missed him and Swisher both worked their way down the side hall. And back on the ramp for these post plant spots. They'll be able to do the 1-2 punch from either side, and time is getting short, so if paiN's going to do it, they got to go. They do have smokes, they do have mollies, they do have util. And they've lined them up, and they found the first kill. That's huge. Now they can play a dance on top of the block, and it's just going to be the stick for Big Uzera, and Swisher doesn't have the spot. Disaster. A Glock spam burst fire kill, at least as a parting gift, but it's bittersweet.
Yeah, a couple of points from that round. One, a good example of why mid-round, not always a good idea to try for that boost, because yes, you might find someone on the ramp, but if a player's already made it up the ramp and goes on the flank, they get two pretty much for free. So that was the case there. And then the second one is just on that retake. So well done by, I think it was Bigu, right, sticking the defusal, because he didn't go up close against the bomb, had a good distance from it, which makes it very difficult to read where he might be for the ATK player trying to spam through the smoke, in that case Swisher. And paiN, even though everything looked like it was trending towards ATK in the latter part of that round, picture perfect retake, and they've got a 14th for themselves. They have not lost a round since Pistol.
That's not where that molly was supposed to go, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Nekis. Nekis. It's just, come on, I've got the spot. There's the kill. You can't do anything about it. Plays the one way, plays the angle. And he's got one for free. And Hard Zao is behind the steps. It's all falling apart. ATK are making individual moves. They're panicked here. And while baiN will find one, it's dire. A 2v4. Again, players completely isolated. MOTM making his own move. And will find one. PKL with util in hand gets caught. Now the position is known, and Nekis was still waiting ramp the entire time to catch off baiN. So it's all onto this man. He delivered in the pistol. He needs to deliver here. He needs to deliver them around on a 1v3. It's a dire situation. 25 seconds. The clock against him as well. He will find the first. We know where he's at. And they've got him held. Nekiz will not allow him to escape. That series point found for paiN.
I mean, you already talked about it, Mike. ATK playing very individually there. Panic has certainly set in, given that they had a size, well, 9-6, still a good lead coming into this half, and they won pistol. But, I mean, it's the round that got away. That one round, that eco for paiN that ended up being a win. It's possibly going to be curtains here for ATK, or the reason why it's curtains. I'm convinced that the result would not be the same if they had won that round. Anyway, it's not over yet. I'm talking like it's over. It's not. There's still potentially 5 rounds left to play for ATK if they can win out here and push to overtime. But the way paiN is playing, it's not going to be easy. They've really shut them down and still fear on the minds of the ATK players. But Hartzau gets double dinged through the wall, and Bigu's right there for the 2K, shutting down MOTM and Swisher, looking on his flank now because he sees the utility coming through, but PKL's there to help him out. Bigu flicks around, spots out Foden, who should be dead to rights, but missed him, helps him out, and keeps him alive. Problem is, the flank is here for Nekiz.
They're not watching. The util still coming in from mid, so that's the distraction. Nekiz is even playing it conservative, not going up the steps just yet. If he'd done it, he'd have had this already. Wrapped up with a little bow. Spotted the first. Now they know. That was the low HP player. This has missed him. He's got a real chance to make this work. He's going to catch Nekiz with util in hand, and he's going to dive. Oh, beautifully played from missed him. Now PKL without a smoke has a really tough read. Really tough call. Does he just stick it? No, he's got to take the fight. Missed him timing it beautifully. He's trusted that he's not going to get it, so PKL will just snatch the op and get on out of there. ATK live to fight another day.
What a kill to find for Mistim on the B stairs. Just barely keeps ATK in this one, and afterwards PKL, if he has a smoke, I think it's done, but doesn't have the utility, not even a flashbang to help him out at the end, and well, ATK are finally going to call timeout, and they get an 11th here, but it's still a tough road forward because paiN Gaming have built up an insane amount of money. I mean, even before Bigu buys there, he has 10K plus. Same for Nekiz. All right. What can they do next? Because that one, they just managed to slip through.
Figuring out the buy here. Figuring out the economics. Spreading the wealth. Money, after all, John, is like manure. Doesn't do much good unless you spread it around.
All right. Can't say that's where I was expecting you to go with that, but okay. I don't know where I would have expected you to go with that.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I don't know where else I could have gone with that. Money is like manure.
I think I just didn't expect you to bring it in at all. I think that's what it was for me.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
It's about to be roster shuffling season. Expect the unexpected.
Oh boy, I'm excited for that.
Post major. Not sure how much roster shuffling we're going to get tonight, to be honest.
I don't think there's much to shuffle, right?
Well, I'm curious about whether
Maybe
Liquid
EG?
makes the move. Well, yeah, EG is doing some stuff,
Yeah.
from what I've heard. We'll see. I don't know. They had a coup of the coaching staff, it seems. Coaching staff's out.
Right.
So we'll see what the next domino to fall is, or if there even is another domino. Wild times at the top of the end. But right now, we're at the paiN Gaming ATK end, and it could be the end of this map. Map point, 50 seconds. No bloodshed, really, just yet. And that's about to change.
Oh.
Nekiz holding for them. Timing rough on everybody. Nekiz wants the info, but he's got it as well. He's backing away. 35 seconds. They don't really have time for this. If a molly goes in, that'll cost them their last smoke to deal with it. That smoke is going to be brutal.
That's such a good smoke for Nekiz.
Nekiz such a good spot here. He's going to play the edge of it. He's going to play the edge of it. 24 seconds. They're not leaving themselves anytime. Mistim's got it, but they need to be perfect. 20 seconds. This is it. That bomb needs to go down right now. Knifehand's still here at the jump up. They're trying to clear him. They're trying to do it. They're doing it. That bomb's been dropped. It's over. It's over. No, they planted it. It's come down to the 1v1. They got it just in the nick of time. It's all about MOTM. He's got to save them. He's got to keep them alive, and he does exactly that. 3 kills for the man. Delivers a clutch once more.
Wow, that was chaotic. I thought the Molotov Could have been enough to deny the bomb plant, but it was just a moment too late, and the bomb goes down. And then afterwards, MOTM, oof, I mean, that's a tough shot to hit, and he nails it. No hesitation on the peak either. 12 to 15, ATK managing to stay alive for a couple of rounds there. Can they string together a third? Money's not been great because they're losing a lot of bodies every single round. So you do see a Galil coming into the mix. In fact, a couple. And that nade's going to chunk MOTM down. I say chunk, but not too bad. 76 HP. Nython the aggression again. He's going to go for it. He gets one. Flicks for the second. Nython with the ramp pushes has been an absolute monster. Bowden finds the trade, but it's only one. Still a man advantage for paiN.
This is something that Nython loves to do. That's a change of pitch when he's got the rifle as opposed to the AWP, right? It frees him up. It gives him that ability to just get in their face with the A4 or the A1S, as the case may be. Hard Zhao. Ready for them behind the danger panel. Are they looking for this? They've suffered losses to this spot before. As the util comes over, he's going to know. And he's past it. And there's one. There's two. They're dropping. The dominoes are falling. It might be all over, but Bowden wants to fight. It's not going to happen. paiN Gaming are taking the map, and with it, the series 16 to 12. What a showing from paiN. I mean, the scoreline on that